Rusty Wallace Hyundai. That's where my wife and I bought our new 2025 Santa Fe, and she says it's the best car she's ever had. We couldn't be happier with everything. Their team was great through the whole process, and their service department is top-notch. Check out their new location at 505 Callahan Drive in Knoxville, Tennessee, or at rustywallacehyundai.com. All right, Savannah, just us today. Instead of having a guest, we got a few guests lined up, but I want to go over a wish list first. I asked you to gather up kind of a list of, I don't know, people or things or like careers that you might be interested in. What'd you come up with?
Okay, so I made my list earlier. Did you get specific of like, okay, this specific person, like such and such name, or did you go by just job types?
So I did job types, but also kind of like just general fields.
Okay. So I did a mix of both. I've got a couple that are very specific people that I would like to have on. And then a couple are job types that I just think would be really interesting.
Hold on. Now, are we going like Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, how far'd you go?
I'm saying attainable, but I'm hoping that these people are attainable because they're local, which is, biggest part of the battle, but they're local. So I'm hoping that they're going to be attainable. I'm going to beg and plead and all the good things to get them on.
See, I feel like if we're doing a wish list, like I'm going big.
Oh,
like, I don't know who's even big. Like who would be your dream, like big time?
Who? Dead or alive?
Well, they got to be alive to come on the podcast.
Well, because they're like, if you could ask anybody that's done. I think
Marry, kill. What was the other ones? I don't think
no.
Kiss, marry, kill.
Is it kiss, marry, kill?
I think that's the PG version.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. No, you're right. It is, yeah. Yeah. No, ditch, marry, kill. There's a couple of them. I don't know.
I don't know. So, all right, who's your top?
Top? Oh, I think the coolest would be Henry Cavill, The Witcher.
Who?
Oh, okay. Well, for a couple of reasons. One, super good looking guy. But he's just really cool. He's The Witcher, and it was a really big Netflix special or like show that everybody watched and stuff. So that was super cool. I think that'd be fun.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How do you not? He played Superman. Henry Cavill. Okay, every woman out there is going to know exactly who we're talking about. Who would you have on?
Mine's easy. Like you got obviously Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Kevin James.
Oh, these are really good ones.
Like, I think you got to go like big time.
Big time. Gosh, you put me on the spot here. I don't even know.
I'll tell you who else has made my list. Terry's been watching, my wife, she's been watching that show with Nelly and his wife. Have you seen it? It's a reality show, but I forgot how much I like Nelly.
Nelly was awesome.
Yeah, he seemed like a country grammar. He put St. Louis on the map,
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't even know who I would have. That's really hard.
All right, so let's go over the list you got. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go one for one? Or
let's go one for one.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so mine, I think it'd be really cool to have like a cleaning person or an organizer on.
Dude, I have one of those on mine. It's number 15 on mine.
15? You told me to do 5. You said 5.
I did say 5.
Overachiever?
But so I started writing down, and I was like, I can't stop at 5. I've got all these ideas. They just keep flowing.
Okay, I got 8. So I did go over 5.
Well, I said 5.
15.
All right, so that was yours.
Okay.
So let me go through mine. So my number 1, and they're not in any order. This is just as they came to me. I want to have somebody on that sold their house to live in a camper and travel the country back in like 2020 COVID time frame. That's what everybody was doing. It. Matter of fact, I was trying to talk Terry into doing it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what everybody wanted to do. But who did it and where are they at now?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, we need to put this out there. Who is that person? They need to come to us. That would be incredible.
Would that not be awesome though? Like, at what point did you sell your camper? Are you still doing it? Are you out there? That's what I want to know.
Were you ready to kill each other? It's close quarters. Do you have kids?
Kids, dogs, like jobs, like because a lot of jobs did recalls. Like everyone's got to come back to the office.
Yeah. How did that work?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good one.
Awesome. Thank you. What do you got next?
Okay, my next one is a private detective.
Yes. I didn't put that on my list, but that's awesome.
You knew I was going to put it. A private detective. I think that'd be awesome. One, I think it's super fascinating. Anything in like the field of law, all of that. But like, what are you following? Are you following cheaters? Are you having real stakeouts? What is that really like? Like, I want to know.
I think most of it's got to be like divorces.
I would think.
Workman's comp stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got next?
All right. Someone that's either on or been on a reality TV show, something like Survivor, Real World,
We have somebody here in
Bachelor.
Knoxville.
We do?
That's one Survivor.
Oh, okay. But that's been some time back. That was like 20,
Yeah.
25 years ago, right?
Yeah.
See, there we go. You never know what you're going to find.
See, that would be really cool.
All right, what you got?
Okay, my next one, this is specific. I want to have Trevor Bain, the race car driver, the NASCAR driver.
NASCAR guy? He's got a coffee shop over here.
He does. Mahalo Coffee Shop. I'm going to have to go in, casually check things out, have a little coffee, and beg and plead for him to come on.
Trevor Bain, we want you on the podcast.
Yes, we want you.
Okay, all right. My next one, a doomsday prepper, like legit doomsday prepper. And here's the thing. Is every doomsday prepper also like a zombie apocalypse killer guy?
I think so. I think you have to be.
And I think they're all like Bigfoot hunters.
Oh, for sure.
Is that a stereotype?
I think we totally stereotyped people here.
But I do want to see what it looks
Bigfoot
like.
Festival, like I'm adding to my list. I'm going to tell you my next one. I think a specific person that hunts for Bigfoot, that truly believes in Bigfoot and goes around the country. People travel around the country to look for Bigfoot.
But is it just a hobby, like a way to interact with people?
I don't think so.
Or do you think they truly believe there's a Bigfoot?
I think they truly believe there's a Bigfoot. We actually have some friends they truly believe in Bigfoot.
Have you seen those TikTok AIs with Bigfoot doing stuff?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Those are awesome. All right, here we go. Speaking of AI, I want to do a full-on podcast with nothing but AI. Like, and I know they do them like fake, but I want like a real one, like a true conversation with AI.
How would that work?
I don't know, but I think before too long, like, will podcasts even be a thing where they all be AI generated? They're all just like, because I think radio hosts, that's what they're all going to.
Really? It's incredible. I mean, making a professional life so much easier.
I went through Bojangles today in Lenore City.
I know. They have the thing, and it's all AI.
Yeah, it's all AI. And that's the most accurate order I've ever had in my life.
It was insane. And then it'll ask you, like, I tried to even jumble it up. And I was like, I want a chicken sandwich. And they came back. Would you like the Cajun chicken sandwich? And I was like,
yes.
Yes.
I said, I'd like a Diet Coke. She said, how about a Diet Pepsi? I was like, ooh, I don't want that. How about a Diet Mountain Dew? She said, okay, it's added to your order. I was like, what?
Yes, that is straight fancy. I don't know when Bojangles one upped, but that was awesome.
But do you think we could do a whole episode just with AI? I know we can.
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Wait, hold on. I know, I got it. We actually interview AI.
That would be super cool.
Let's do it.
Okay, that one's awesome.
Right. Who you got?
Okay, my next one, I want a storm chaser.
That is so cool. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like with the whole Twister movie now,
Yes!
that's prime time.
I want a storm chaser, especially with how crazy the weather has been lately. And we've been getting, tornadoes in our area. I want a storm chaser.
Like, hold on, a storm chaser or like a tornado chaser, like legit?
Either one. But I think I want somebody that's been like in the trenches with the tornado.
So I have a meteorologist on my list.
Oh, well, so I did that in storm chasers. Yeah.
Is that like one or are they two separates?
Two separates.
See, I feel like you've got I feel like they're one, but they're just like, one's behind the scenes and one's in, I don't know.
Boots on the ground.
Hey, we could do both.
Absolutely.
All right, so my next one. I want to do, this one's kind of cool. I like this one. Just a random person, like the person in town that everyone knows, but they don't know their story. Like, like a real life Joe Dirt, like a bus driver, a gas station clerk, or janitor, like in Joe Dirt.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Every town has one.
Oh,
every community.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, because usually, like, my conversation with people in the gas station when I walk in, they're like, "Oh, there's trouble," and I'm like, "No, that's you." That's like that's as deep as your conversation goes with except for a few at Walgreens, they start telling me everything. We're pretty close. I go in there a lot.
Yeah, you're tight with the Walgreens people. Yeah. I think that's a really good one.
What else you got? How many you got left?
4,
okay.
Including the one I'm about to. I want a bartender.
Bartender would be awesome.
I want to know, is it really like that old school Cheers? Like, do you really get the stories from the people? Do people come in and pour their heart out? Or you're watching people try to, pick up people. I think it'd be interesting.
Oh, I bet it gets like super old. Like, here comes Jimmy. He's going to be telling us this whole story again. Like, what happened?
I know. And then do you truly have regulars? People that come in every single day?
I think they do, but I want to hear about it.
Yeah, I do too. I think that'd be super cool. Okay,
right.
What do you got?
I want a carnivore diet expert. I've been on the carnivore diet and I fell off here recently, but I want someone that can really tell me all the ins and outs of it. Like why I don't fart when I'm on the carnivore diet,
1,000%. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a really curious question.
But there's also a lot of things. Like I saw when I had that TikTok out there, a lot of people said, "Oh, that's because you can't trust a fart because they're too squishy,"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Real
look,
fear.
But that also tells me you didn't make it past that 2-week period because that's where it stops. So you failed to make it past that part because that's the hard part. Like you can't squat because it is a little iffy.
Absolutely.
You can't trust a fart, but once you make it past that 2 weeks, it's like everything's prime time.
Smooth sailing. Every time I feel gassy or bloated or have to fart, I think about you. I'm like, my brother doesn't.
Well, I gauge my diet on that now. I'm like, ooh, diet's not doing real good.
It's true. You're having to, obviously things aren't good. You're expelling.
So anyways, yeah, I want an expert.
I think that's a good one. Okay. I want a social media influencer.
Do I have that on mine? I don't, but it crossed my mind. I think we need one of those. Like somebody legit.
Absolutely. I think we have a couple big ones here in our area, and I think it'd be really cool to see how, what does their day-to-day look like? How do they do that?
When you say a social media influencer, do you mean just like your random mom that hit it big that's doing things, or like somebody that's actually like, like the take your picture of yourself all day, every day kind of stuff, or like mom?
The random mom that's made it big.
I think that's cool. I think those are really
pretty amazing because the girl that I was thinking about, like she started off kind of small blogging and then it just kind of took off and like it's huge.
I think that's cool. Okay, so my next one. So we are hour and a half from Cookeville?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the CrossFit fitness center of the world.
Hey, this is Pastor Corey. Would love for you to go check out our podcast, the Just Jesus Podcast. And if also you would like to go on our website, justjesusnow.com, you can check out some of our church services and some of our merch. Be blessed.
Everybody comes to Cookeville just to train. Well, we've got Rich Froning there. He's like
Who's Rich Froning?
He's like the best of the best when it comes to CrossFit. He was the first best. But he was a fireman before that. Like he's
the OG CrossFitter.
Yeah, he's like a legit good dude. Or seems to be. I don't know the guy. But I'd like to have somebody that's like legit CrossFit-ish games athlete come on and just talk.
Rich Ronan?
Froning.
Okay, Rich Froning. Interesting. Okay. We should totally try to get him.
Who didn't I know a minute ago about Netflix?
Oh, Henry Cavill.
I feel like this is the same thing.
This is the moment. Yeah, this is the moment. I'm reciprocating I don't know who that is.
Yeah. All right. Musician. Wait, is it your turn?
It's my turn.
Let me skip you. Hold on. I got more than you.
Okay.
It's a musician. A musician.
Okay.
Like a legit one. Like somebody that's like a rock musician. Like someone that's lived and traveled and done all the concert stuff, the backstage stuff.
Roadies, all the things.
Yeah. Like wild times. Like
that would be so cool.
You know what would be even cooler? To have someone that used to be. Somebody that can tell you about the party days back in the 80s and 90s.
Well, that's like that. There's a Netflix show. Was it the Motley Crue?
I've never seen it, but that seems right.
Yeah, I mean that would be so cool. They're about their story. It'd be really cool.
Awesome. All right, who you got?
Okay, my next one. I think because of the things that I'm into, I'd like to have an esthetician on here. Yeah, I know. Blank face.
Esthetician?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like she does all my Botox, my lasering. All the things.
Oh. I was thinking eyelashes.
Oh, no.
What do they call those?
She's an esthetician, too.
Well, hold on. How can one do Botox and one can't?
You have to be a registered nurse.
Okay. So let's get them on here. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
I've got questions.
I'm sure you do have questions. Okay,
all right.
what you got?
The dude that fixes phone screens. I want to know the stories because I bet you they've got a million of them.
Oh, yeah. If you had to have a screen fixed?
No, I fixed a few myself.
Now, I've had to have a screen fixed, and of course, it fell just at the right angle, but I didn't say I dropped it 30 times prior to that, and this was just the one.
But have you seen the memes and videos or pictures, like the dude, he'll open up a phone screen or case, and behind it's $100, and it says, "Tell my wife you couldn't fix it," because he's got stuff on it that he shouldn't have on it.
No!
Yeah. Or one I saw was like, she was trying to get to his phone, so he smashed it and broke it, and she took it to get it fixed.
Oh, man.
So stories like that is what I was
thinking. I didn't know that was a thing. That would be really cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I couldn't wait. All right, what else you got?
Okay, I only have one left. So this is a very specific person. So she's a local lady here. Her name is Sarah McCaffrey. And she actually was a school teacher or photographer. And then she became a single mom and came up with this concept, and it's called Statement. And Statement is this big consignment clothing sale that she's actually franchised and travels all over and sells these franchises too. So I think that's really interesting.
Is it awkward that you call people out by name like, I want you? Like, I want you on the podcast.
Well, I've met her
Okay,
several times. So, yeah, so I'm trying not to be creepy in a weird way, but I've met her. She did my daughter's photos. I took a photography class with her.
I don't think it's weird. I mean, but I could see, like, if I was
Now I
saying,
feel like it's weird.
nothing's worse than someone calling you a creep.
For sure. I'm not going on there. You're
I
a
feel like my
weirdo.
whole adulthood has been trying to avoid someone calling me a creep.
Have you ever been called a creep?
No, never. But now, like,
Not to your face anyway.
I've seen kids say it to, like, their other dads and
Yeah.
different people, and it's like, man, nothing hits worse than your kids calling you a creep.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, here we go. A trash man.
Yes.
Like, could you imagine the stuff they've seen? Remember that old movie, Men at Work, with Charlie
Yes.
Sheen?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like stuff like that. I'd say that stuff happens all the time.
Oh, absolutely. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about in your neighborhood, but most of ours don't really have like men on truck anymore. Men on trucks. They have like one guy driving and he has a little computer screen with a remote and he automatically dumps it.
The arm. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got a camera and he can see everything that gets dumped.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I'm glad you told me that.
So I can only imagine what he's seen, you know? A
Oh,
rolled up rug, like, oh, is that a dead body? Do you go back and check or?
well, because you think you're like, you know, I had a situation, and I can say it out loud because I didn't actually do it, but you're not supposed to throw paint away.
Oh, I've never thrown paint away. I'm glad you told me that.
I know. Luckily, the lady that came and organized was like, you can't do that. So I didn't throw it away, but I would have totally done
I've thrown
that.
a lot away in black. If it's in a black trash bag, it doesn't count.
1,000%. Okay. What else you got?
All right. A shoe cobbler.
That is a lost art that I am a firm believer of.
You know, and I say this from a weird.
I know why you say it. You've used cobblers.
I have, but it intrigues me. But I also want to build my own shoes. Not like I don't want to order some from Alibaba and put my brand on them. Like I want to make
Right.
shoes that are custom.
Do the whole deal from
Yeah.
ground
So
up?
some of my favorite boots are a pair of Red Wings that are actually like cobblered, like
Yeah.
legitly. But I want a pair of sneakers.
ooh,
And I don't even know how you do it, but a cobbler may say that's not
where
possible.
you're the person that'll figure it out, and then you're going to be making really cool shoes.
No, but like workout shoes, you know how hard it is to find a good pair of workout shoes?
I do. Between you and Lane, my husband, that's been
Well, and then here's the problem is all these big companies, they make a pair of shoes that you like. Like, let's just say it's the Reebok Nano 2s if you're into CrossFit.
not
or Nano
specific
6s.
for a reason.
Yeah. And then guess what? The 7s are out next. You can't buy the 6s anymore. And the 7s fit completely different than the 6s. So now you're screwed because the width is different, the height is different, the feel is different, the bend is different. So you wait until they come back out with the 6s again or the 2s again. And guess what? Now you got to re-break them in and they're 3 times as much. You can't get them, so you stockpile them. And I just went down a rabbit hole.
Woo! Okay, so we most definitely need a cobbler.
I want a cobbler on.
You want a cobbler? Come on, have you noticed that shoes are getting slimmer?
Yes, and my feet are fat and wide and flat and fat. And,
Okay, so we're going to move the cobbler up to the top of that list.
right. But the problem
apparently.
is with my feet, they're not only wide, but they're not fat. They're just fat wide, but they're not fat tall.
flat.
So you get a nice wide shoe, you got a bunch of space up there because they're made for fat feet. So well, let's talk to a cobbler.
Okay, we need a cobbler. Okay, what else you got there that's not this deep?
Woo! All right, here we
Yeah.
go. A power lifter. And actually,
I feel like I'm giving you what you gave me for the esthetician. Oh,
Yeah. a power lifter, somebody, you know, deadlifts, bench presses, squats.
yeah.
We know one. I'm going to talk to her, see if she'll come on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
I'm
awesome.
not going to name drop her because I feel like that is a little bit weird.
Sorry about that. Okay, don't name drop her. Okay,
All right.
Okay.
Meteorologist.
Yeah. That was on my list earlier too. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'm good with that.
Okay.
All right, so this one's kind of outside my box. So I'm always looking for things to do with my kids. We do a podcast now. Before the podcast, I looked at other things.
I've got one to add after this. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Cool. Candle maker.
I know one.
Do you?
I do. She has her own company, makes her own candles.
So I looked at trying to do it at home. Like, I don't think it's difficult, but I'm sure it's difficult to make a good product.
For sure. And she does make that could be attainable.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. I don't even like candles, but the way they're different. We've got one that sounds like a sparkler going off all the time.
Oh, is it one of those woodwicks with the...
It is.
Yes, yeah.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, man, the smoke alarm's going to go off.
Oh, God, you sound like my husband. Okay, mine just came to me. I want an Instacart shopper.
Whoa, okay.
Somebody, because it's all I use. I only get my groceries shopped for me and like Walmart, all the things. I want somebody like that because can you imagine the stuff that they see?
Oh, a DoorDasher? Any of that stuff? Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Wow. Did you know Little Caesars, they use DoorDash all the time? That's who brings their pizzas?
Seriously?
Yep.
Huh. I did not know that. I didn't know that that was even an option.
Well, so I didn't know Instacart actually did your shopping. And when they're shopping,
Yes.
like they'll text you during it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how I live my life. I get a delivery every day.
A lot of times we use Walmart and they use their own little people.
Yeah.
So most of the time they do good, but I feel like they don't shop like it's theirs.
They don't. And that, my husband, Lane, gets so frustrated, especially with fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
They don't look. They just...
Chicken's always like, I got 2 days to cook it when I get it.
Yeah. Occasionally you get some good ones. I wish that there was an option that you could select. I would like such and such if they're available because they're good. But
Oh, that's cool. Like handpick your own shoppers.
Yeah.
All right, my last one is a cleaning company.
I think that's a really interesting thing. I just went through that whole process with somebody, and I think that that's really interesting.
I got a question too. So like you guys have a griddle, like a Blackstone or something, right?
Mhm.
Do you clean it after every use?
No, Lane doesn't clean it after every use, but probably every 3 weeks or so.
Okay, so I've cleaned mine about once a year. Maybe.
Do you not get any rust?
No. So here's what I do. And it's completely wrong. It's probably nasty, but I use mine literally a minimum of 2 times a day, sometimes 3. So what I do is I cook on it. I'm cooking, right? And I leave my spatulas in the griddle with the lid.
Yeah.
And I just turn it off and walk away from it.
Okay, so that's probably best. Lane doesn't put the lid back on.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, have you got like the flip lid or have you got one of these?
No, you've got the fancy flip lid. We have it hangs off the back. Like you have to take it off. So he doesn't put it back on.
Okay. So I was talking to some people in the neighborhood. Most people don't use their grill as often as I do, but they clean it after every use.
Oh, gosh, that'd be horrible.
There was one guy I talked to. He not only cleans his, but he takes his propane tank inside because he had it stolen.
Oh, no.
He had it stolen once, so now he takes it inside every single time.
I would not want to use it. I wouldn't want to do that.
I told Terry, my wife, I said, look, I can either use it or I can keep it clean, but I can't do both.
No, there's no way. That's all you'd be doing.
Yeah. Using it as often as I do because, like I said, we do the carnivore diet. So we're always cooking bacon, sausage, hamburgers.
Well, but you're getting a good layer of grease and oils on there that's keeping it nice and lubricated.
Oh, rust is the least of my desire. The problem is you get the splatter, you get the overflow, and
right.
Yeah, it's big times. But
That's
when I mentioned the cleaning company, we were talking about it the other day in the neighborhood, and people was like, "You don't clean your grill?" I'm like, no, I mean it's by the time it cools down, I'm firing it back up.
Yeah, well, and remember, we grew up with our family. Remember, they'd put aluminum foil down on the grill.
Oh,
nobody put anything down on the grill.
You got to keep it clean.
No,
it was clean.
It was super clean, but yeah, I mean,
that's awesome. Okay, cool. So if you fit any of these, how many did you have?
I had 9.
You had 9. I had 15.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that?
24.
Wow, or 24.
Yeah.
All right. If there's mathematicians out there, we need you on. All right. Yeah. If you fit any of those, come on. But we'd love to have you. But other than that, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Catch you next time, and especially if I name dropped, reach out.
Yeah, I don't think we're weird.